DIYs that went viral, only I'm adding the Kelly Barlow farmhouse twist to them. You're gonna wanna stay tuned for these. Hey everybody, welcome back to Kelly Barlow Creations. If you're new to my channel and you're stopping by for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. Stick around a while by clicking that red button for more crafting on a budget, more everything on a budget videos to come. And if you click it again when the bell appears, YouTube should notify you every time I upload a new video, depending on the option that you choose. Yes, in the drop-down menu of the bell. If you're interested in following me on social media, you can find those links, you guessed it, in the description box below. So what do I have going on for you for today? Dollar Tree TikTok DIYs that went viral. And I can't wait to show you the spin that I've put on these amazing DIYs that were not my idea, but I loved them so much that I'm doing them again, putting my own spin on them, adding that rustic farmhouse feel that I absolutely love to them. So I'm gonna quit my gabbing, let's jump into it, and let me show you these Dollar Tree DIYs that, did I tell you? Yes, went viral on TikTok, not YouTube, on TikTok. Let's get to it. Who is today's KB Creations crafter of the day? You'll want to stick around to the end of the video to see if it's your creation that's being featured in today's video. Getting started, you're going to need 2 of these wood bins for this first DIY. To glue these together, I'm going to be using this wood glue by Super Glue that you can find in the tool section. I'll be gluing these together side by side just like so. So you're going to want to place your wood glue on this end here. If you don't want to use this wood glue, you can use Aleene's glue. You can really use any glue that works for you. These clamps here are going to work perfect to hold these bins together just like this. Yep, they're perfect for that. Look at that. Perfect. 6 of them come in a pack. You should have these in your stash. To that list from Dollar Tree, you're going to want to add 2 of these bamboo spatulas, holes or no holes, really your choice. I'm going to use some hot glue to adhere these onto the inside of the bins, and it's best if you put this end into the bin. There is a method to the madness. It is genius. On this end of the handles, there's a hole. When a crafter square skewers fits perfect. Acts as a handle to our soon-to-be planter. And to this planter, I'm going to give it a good base coat using some of Waverly's chalk paint in the color of white. Once this base coat, or first coat, is dry, I'm going to go in with a second coat. While this second coat is good and wet, I'm going to take, you guessed it, some of Waverly's Antique Wax. This wouldn't be one of my farmhouse DIYs without this stuff, right? I've got to incorporate it. And I'm going to apply it using a dry brush stroke through the wet paint, the wet white paint, Waverly's white paint. And this is going to give it a nice clouded, soft look. And this is the look I'm going for, kind of that weathered wood look, only it's not going to be weathered. It's going to look new. But I love the look of adding this with the white. It is such a fun color scheme. It's spring, so everything should be bright and vibrant right now. And that's what this is gonna be. Because this is a planter, there's gonna be flowers, so we need floral foam. To cut floral foam using one of these scrapers or choppers, I guess, from Dollar Tree in the kitchen section, makes cutting floral foam super easy. Look at that, easy peasy. I'm going to pound these with a ton of hot glue because we don't want our flowers coming out of our farmhouse planter. Have I told you that these spring bouquets from Dollar Tree are my absolute favorite? They are so farmhouse chic. I can hardly stand it, so go pick up a bunch because we're going to need them for our farmhouse DIYs. In the past, I've had subscribers ask me how they can easily cut down the floral bunches because there's several wires in them. I use wire cutters and I just kind of pinch the one end and I take that bottom end and just kind of bend it back and forth and it kind of breaks off and it makes it a lot easier than trying to cut through it with some scissors. It's going to save your scissors. And so yeah, just use wire cutters. For this planner, I don't want to overfill it because I really like these flowers a lot and less is more sometimes. So I'm going to use a total of 5 bouquets and I'm just going to place them right in the center there. But I started to realize after I placed my bouquets that I hadn't put any moss down. So using some Dollar Tree's reindeer moss, love this stuff. I'm just going to line the top of the floral foam with this just to cover that mess up. Yeah, what else would we cover it up with? You could use some of the shredded paper in the gift section, but if you can get your hands on some reindeer moss, that's the best way to go. Gives it more of that rustic feel, more of a planter feel. And there we have a farmhouse spring planter, but it's missing something. I'm gonna take some purple twine. Of course I have purple twine. I have twine in every color. You can find this at, I wanna say Target and the dollar bins. Michael's and Joann's always has great colored twine. I'm gonna make one of my twine flowers. For this twine flower, you're gonna need 2 bunches, and just by wrapping that twine around your finger, pinching it in the middle and tying it off, you've got 1 bunch. And did I tell you, you're gonna need 2 bunches. I cut the ends so they weren't looped because we're going for a different type of flower, twine flower that is. So just by hot gluing them together, we've got a fun, shabby chic twine flower. But in the middle of it, it needs to be finished off. So I'm gonna finish it off with a wood button. I tend to get only wood buttons now because I feel like it cuts down on what's in my stash and you can easily paint them any color. Right in the middle is the perfect place. It's gonna hide that seam and it's gonna add just the pop of color that I was looking for, bringing out that purple in the flowers. This DIY was genius, probably why it went viral, but this is my take on it, putting that rustic farmhouse feel to it. For this next TikTok DIY, you're gonna need 8 of these stretch canvases. 6x8 I found is the best size to use if you're using a 4x6 picture. You're gonna go ahead and remove the canvas. I know, such a shame. I wish I could repurpose this, but it was a bit hard to take off because they pounded the back of it with a ton of staples, hence making it a stretched canvas. It had to be tight, haha. So go ahead and remove the canvas off of all 8 of your canvas panels. No, stretched canvas boards? You know what I mean. The wood that is used for these stretch canvases is not the best quality wood. It has a lot of splinters on it, so you're gonna wanna make sure that you have some sandpaper handy so you can just kind of run over it and smooth it out a bit. Some jumbo popsicle sticks are what you're gonna need for this size canvas board. If you're using anything smaller, you can use the smaller popsicle sticks. These jumbo ones are just a bit longer, so that's what I'm gonna use for this. And on the side of the canvas panel, or the wood frame now, that has the staples, I'm gonna go ahead and glue my popsicle sticks, leaving just a bit of a gap in between each one. The full length, which is 6x8 of this wood frame. Once you flip over that wood frame, you'll have something that looks like this. In my hand, I've got a mini clothespin. So I'm gonna use some of that wood glue and put it on one side of the clothespin and just go ahead and adhere it to the top of what is now a frame. How cute is this? You're also gonna wanna glue your clothespins on, what is this, horizontally? Yes, you're gonna need 2 horizontal and 2 vertical. We're gonna lay them face down, which is backside up. Yep, just like that. And I am gonna glue these wood frames together just as you see me doing here. I'm gonna use hot glue because it's a lot quicker. If you don't want a slight gap in between your wood frames, you are gonna wanna use a wood glue of some sort and let it dry. Now we're gonna flip it back over to the right side, and on the frame itself, I'm gonna take some of Waverly's antique wax and just coat the frame itself. Just kind of making that frame pop. I'm gonna leave the popsicle sticks the natural wood color because I feel like that adds to the charm of it. And I think that I do go over the clothespins with the antique wax as well, just to give that a touch of color. Keep in mind, if that rustic feel isn't for you, paint this and it will totally change the feel and the look of it. Taking some of Dollar Tree's decorative scissors. These are by Crafter Square. They have several different styles. Pick one you like because they come in handy. And just by snipping off the corners of your picture, you are adding so much to this picture. And it really is just gonna add that decorative element onto it. Then we're gonna take some of Dollar Tree's foam tape and some cream cardstock. Simple, right? By adding the foam tape onto the back of this picture, it's gonna elevate it up off of the cardstock, giving it dimension. In turn, adding some character, some personality to this because we cut those corners. And I feel like just doing those small, fine details like that add and make all the difference in the world to a DIY like this. When using cardstock to frame out a picture, you really don't need all that much of the cardstock to show. I'd say 1/4 of an inch. Oh my word, is that even a measurement? What is that? 2/8 of an inch of that cardstock to show on all sides of your picture. Oh my goodness, I couldn't wait to put these pictures on here. We're so not done. This DIY needs some embellishing, but I just wanted to see my favorite furry little friends. That is Winnie and Ibiza, my son's dog. They are both Labradoodles. They are turning 1 year old here, I wanna say on the 21st of this month, and they have been the best additions to our households. We get to have Ibiza over when Ray is working, and it makes for a great day. Okay, now onto embellishing. I'm gonna use some of these daisies. This is a 5-pack that you can get at Michael's. It says $3.99 on it. Half the time they're 40% off. I wanna say I paid about $2 for these. They're well worth it because I just love the look and the color. It went perfect for this DIY. On the back side, to hang this up, I'm just gonna add my simple twine hanger. Why not? And there you have a really fun wall decor piece that holds pictures, courtesy of TikTok, with the Kelly Barlow Creations farmhouse twist added onto it, of course. Who is today's KB Creations Crafter of the Day? It's going out to Mary, who's bringing to us her recreation of my DIY clothespin mirror. Mary, thank you so much for sharing your recreation with us today. I just had to share this with you all. This weekend I was doing a lot of work on my backyard DIYs that I'll be bringing to you this week, and as I was doing it, my little Winnie was keeping me company, and oh my word, it was hilarious how she was chasing and trying to bite the water. I'm sure my dog isn't the first dog to do this, but boy oh boy did we get a good laugh out of it. Love these DIYs, and I made them to suit my decor, and that really is what DIYing and crafting is all about. It is taking the idea of something that you've seen and making it your own, putting your own spin, your own touch, your own feel on it, making it suit your decor. And I feel like that is what all of us creators on YouTube and even TikTok come onto these platforms with the intention of, is just bringing you the idea of something, showing you how easily you can make something, but the idea is for you to get creative and make it your own. I hope you all enjoyed these TikTok DIYs that I brought to you with a twist, with a farmhouse twist. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and let's get this video to 5,000 likes, because like I always say, each and every one of your thumbs up and the comments that you do leave down below, they really do help my channel to grow, and it helps YouTube to notice me just a bit more. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy crafting on a budget. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, you know what I'm gonna say? Stay positive, please, because I am. Bye for now, everybody.